Good morning and welcome back to day 4 of the Colourful Faith World Watercolour Challenge. Today we're going to paint those two little lovebirds, I think they're lovebirds, in a whimsical manner. And what I did was I took a piece of paper from the workbook and I folded it, put it inside an envelope, and then traced, because it was see through, I traced the picture, and that made it so much easier to now paint the little birds. You can draw them freehand, that's no problem. They're easy enough to draw. And then also, I'm painting with gouache today. I'm not cheating. It's a type of watercolor. It is just more opaque and it's got a beautiful matte finish and very vibrant colors. So you will also see when you work with gouache, they're very easy to apply with a paintbrush and you use very little. Very nice trick is that with watercolor or with gouache paint, if it dries and you activate it again with water, then you can just start painting again. So you don't waste paint. These are the colors that I like. I love turquoise and I love peach and orange. Well, I love all colors, but these are the colors that I like and selected for this project. So when we paint something from a picture, from a reference picture, we always stand the chance of, copying someone else's work, and we don't want to do that. So what you can do is, by all means, paint from someone else's picture. Just don't try and replicate it and then say it's your own. So paint it, make it your own, use your own colors, um, put some other elements in the picture or in the painting, and yes, then you can use these pictures. Um, use the ideas. The main thing is use the idea, don't copy the picture, if I'm making sense. Okay, before I forget, today's verse is Genesis 1, verse 31, and it's all about creation. You can see the full devotional on my Facebook page. I will post it with the video. Just a little something about this verse is it's where God was so happy when He created man. When He created the man and the woman, He said it was very good. Where when He created the stars and the moon and the birds and the bees, He said it was good. But He was so happy with us. And He loves us so much. Sometimes we are so focused on the sin of Genesis, the downfall of man, that we forget that Jesus came and redeemed us from that sin. So the message I want to leave with you today is just focus on the beauty, focus on the love of God and how happy He is with us and the beauty that He created and not the downfall of man, because we no longer slaves. We are redeemed by Jesus. So that's my message for today. What I'm doing here is I'm just flicking my brush to make those nice tails and then putting some decorations on the page why I used an envelope is now I can use it as a card, a birthday card, a thank you card, and yes, you can paint on anything. And typically, watercolor wouldn't work so nicely on this type of paper because the paper would absorb all the water and the paint won't sit nicely on the page. So gouache, you can paint on a lot more surfaces, and yeah, it's so easy to use. The eyes, I'm doing pretty much what they did in the reference picture. I'll just add some other elements to make it my own. Also, another thing I must tell you is when you work with gouache, you must make very sure that you clean your brush thoroughly. Use some soapy water or something to clean it because the residue of the gouache will stay in your brush. And also try to use not your expensive watercolor brushes but rather the cheapies that you buy, if you buy cheapies.